Mia Dreamstar, and thank you to be here again in my YouTube channels. So this is my new setup, my new studio setup. I bring along my helmet here. So basically today is I'm going to share with you some my learning journey or practical lesson at BBDC, that is Bukit Batok Driving Centre, and I would like to share at every stage what are my tips, my strengths and weaknesses, and how this video can help for those who are also having their to be licensed. This video will be beneficial for you, get through the day, and motivate you to keep moving forward. It's like sharing a learning vlog on every practical lesson. Let's we go to the first lesson, that is 1.01. We actually having your first day at your first lesson, what you're going to expect, and what I learned on that day. On that lesson 1.1, 1.01, introduction you of the places where you can get your helmet, where can you get your guards, what you have to do, what is your dress code, and then they will go to introduce you to the motorcycle that they have. So in lesson 1.1, what I learned on that lesson is I get to know more on the bikes. I get to know the safety way of dismounting the bike and also parking the bike. The instructor will be there with you, guiding you along the way of doing the proper techniques. And then what I learned on that day is playing with the throttle and the clutch. So I noticed that you don't want your engine to stall, so you make sure I have learned to be more on the throttle, and then the clutch on the biting point, so do not release it too fast. And then I also learned on that day is on that lesson 1, they will let you play with the more on the throttle and clutch, but then slowly they will ask to change to gear 2. So meaning to say you need to balance with your bike well and moving forward. So on my first practical, my weaknesses is I'm always thinking about, am I gonna fall? I always worry whether am I gonna fall, you know. I worry if I fall, I will make myself embarrassed, and then it will be like defeat all. I feel like if I fall, I'm gonna embarrass myself, and how am I gonna get through this if I fall on the first lesson? So during that first lesson, there are 4 people with me, and sadly on that first practical lesson, I did not pass. I did not get into the next stage because I still have problem in doing the throttle and clutch, and moving forward it's very wobbly, and I never get to have a straight moving off with my both legs up. So I take quite about 4 or 3 times to get through the first lesson. Every time, so my weaknesses is there. You know, the first lesson I fail, then the second lesson too I fail, and then almost on the verge of want to give up, you know, because when I think of this first lesson, there are so many things to involve. Okay, despite I have class 3 license, but with the motor and car, I find it different, because in car you are sitting comfortably, and I know about, I taking manual, so I know about accelerator and clutch. But when it comes to motor, your feet and your leg, it will take a while for me to get used of it. And then not only that, I need to learn about the balancing. I need to know what to do with my, it's basically, it's the same with the car. I use both hands and both legs, but when it comes to motor, you have to use both hands and leg, and then you need to balance, and then you keep on thinking about you're not protected. Compared to motor and car, you're not protected, and if you fall, you're gonna hurt yourself. you know, that kind of thinking in in my mind. It's like many things on my hand, and you need to be multitasking. It's difficult. It's a lot to take in on the first lesson. So that is my weaknesses. My strength, despite I have class 3, I know the momentum about not to stall the engine, but again, it's all rounder. It take a whole body physical and mental strength. So my tips on this, so after, to tell you the truth, I take 3 times for this one first lesson, and I still remember that the lesson that I passed, I managed to put up my both leg up, and and then the next thing is I get to ride the circuit multiple rounds, and by then I did not stall the engine, luckily, alhamdulillah. But it's another thing that I need to learn is my legs. Also, my weaknesses is putting my leg up at the right moment without any tapping. You know, macam tap tap tap. So my leg must move off smoothly and go up to the bike. So that is my weaknesses. So I hope you like my video and tips and sharing tips. Do like and comment of your maybe your learning journey, or some of you would like to ask me some question. I will willing to give my learning experience and suggestion and tips as well. So hope you like this video. This is Diana Dreamstar signing off. Bye.